everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we will make never fail pie crust. This is pie week. This week we're going to make several different pies, and if you don't want to use the store-bought pie crust, you can make your own. It's better tasting, it's just as easy to make as anything else, and I think you'll love it. And it's never failed, so how can you go wrong? And this actually is coming out of the first cookbook that I was ever given back in 1981. So, you know, over the years I've had to use this cookbook quite a bit, and it's come in quite handy. So let's get started. What you're going to need for this recipe is 4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of shortening, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and I usually use apple cider vinegar, and 1/2 cup of cold water, and that's it. That's all you're going to need. It's going to take us about 3 minutes to prep it up, and then you pop it in the fridge for about an hour. So let's get started. First, what you're going to do is grab a big bowl. Combine flour and salt. So you're going to need 4 cups of flour. I've already measured out 3, so I'll measure out the last one here. So I'll put my 4 cups of flour in there. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of salt. No, that's the sugar. I couldn't tell. I thought, is this salt or sugar I have in here? So mix that together. Next, we're going to cut in our shortening. So we need 2 cups of shortening. Now, back in home ec class, many years ago, she used to teach us to get a 4-cup measuring cup, put 2 cups of cold water in there, and then 2 cups of shortening. So if you press your shortening down in the water, once it reaches 4 cups, you know you have enough shortening. You drain it, and that way it doesn't, you know, it's not all over the container. I don't know if it's really any easier or not, so however you do it is fine, but that's how I got in the habit of doing it. Okay, so what we do next is we drain it. Just pat it dry a little bit. Take it out of there. Pat off the excess water. So next, let's go ahead and cut in our shortening. Just get out 2 butter knives and just start cutting it like this. Eventually, I'm going to have to get in there with my hands and mix it around, but for right now, just cut it in the best you can. I don't have it totally blended in there, but it's good enough for right now because we're going to mix it with our hands. So go ahead and beat your egg. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my little 1/2 cup of water. Then we're going to add our 1 teaspoon of vinegar and our 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I'm just going to mix that around. And then we'll just pour it over our dough mixture. Then we'll stir that around a little bit more. And we're almost done, folks. We're almost done. Next, all we have to do is chill it for at least an hour. It says here that dough keeps well in the refrigerator for several weeks if wrapped in wax paper and foil. It says it can also be frozen. So you can make it ahead of time, which I'm going to because I am taking my son, the youngest, a pie. Tomorrow we're going to go have dinner with him and his wife. So Doug and I are going to take dessert. And apple pie is on the list. It's one of the kids' favorites. They always love this apple pie. So I'm just mixing around, getting all that shortening mixed in there now. And eventually I'm going to form a dough ball. It's almost like you're kneading bread dough. So I got it good enough. I'll bring it over to you. We have a nice, perfect dough ball. This will make 2 pies, bottom and top crust. So I'm going to put that in the fridge for about an hour before I make my other pies. So off to the fridge it goes. All right, so our pie dough has been in the fridge for at least an hour. A few hours works out really good. But you guys know me, I'm impatient. So I'm just gonna start rolling out the dough. Getting it ready. I have my pie pans here ready to go. Now if you don't feel like making your own, that's fine. It's just when you have a pie that has a top crust, homemade is so much better. Make sure your countertop is well floured, else this is gonna stick and then it'll tear apart. You can get a little spatula under there. All right, bring your pie pan over, lift it up here. Great thing about pie dough, if you do rip it, you can easily fix it up in the pie pan. Easy to do. Believe you me, I do it a lot. So I'm going to be using this for a coconut cream pie, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the excess. And voila! You have one pie crust ready to go. I'm going to make a few more, get them ready for some apple pies, but that's all it is. And then you have a wonderful, delicious pie crust that tops store-bought any day of the week. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and stay tuned. This whole week will be Pie Week, so we're going to make a lot of different pies. Have a great day, everyone, and I hope to see you real soon.